You know? Yes. Hey, I think we are on. This Hangout on Air is live, or so it says. Hey, this is Johnny Beane. Yes.
Hey, Johnny.
Live. Hey, yo. It's 5:33 p.m. West Coast, 8:33 p.m. Where you guys are. Rob Johnson, David Nesdahl, and Chris Hubbard.
Hey, what's happening, guys?
Hey, dudes.
Hey, guys.
What is up?
Yes, June 22nd, 2016. And we'll talk about a few things today, and you guys can ask your questions. But I figured we can go ahead and talk about the new EVH gear stuff since it's officially on the website.
Cool.
We can talk
Nice.
about the actually four. It's actually four items really. Who wants to? I don't know.
Yeah,
Hi.
it's,
So
it's,
what? So yeah.
it's funny. I wasn't seeing that new Bumblebee on there though. Today.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
not on there yet.
it will be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll be the first one to say that I placed an order for a red, white, and black one.
Dude,
I have
man.
that. I have
Somebody
that coming.
just Molly posted on my page just minutes ago saying, "Who do you think is going to get that guitar first, Nesdahl or Hubbard?" And I said, "I think Nesdahl
Yeah,
That's
because
out.
he's sick."
yeah. That makes 4 guitars by the end of summer. I don't
guess
know how I'm going to pay for it.
we're all sick, but
I
yeah.
don't know how I'm going to pay for it. Crazy.
Crazy.
Man.
Hey, like we said the other day, Dave, that they're like Doritos. It's just
Yeah.
more.
I know all about it.
Pringles?
Yeah.
I've got a problem. I got a serious problem, and I'm happy with it. That's all right. My problem is it's a good problem to have.
It's a good problem. It's a good problem.
Yeah.
It's not a bad problem.
Nope.
Yeah.
So
You have worse
so I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to even seeing it, to seeing them. Starting to come out. I will say that the gold top special, which isn't really something we slated to talk about. I just saw it live at the Music Zoo, the first one that I've ever seen, and it looks great. It looks nothing like the photos that you've seen. The photos, it looks like Goulden's mustard. It really looks like a Gibson's color gold. It's really good. I think that's why they held it back so long, because they couldn't get the gold color right. But it really looks beautiful. It's a great color, and I think it's going to sell big time. I think it's going to be a good one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I saw that one at NAMM, and yeah, I told you guys right away. These things, they look amazing in person.
Yeah.
All those colors. They're great. Great guitar.
Yeah.
Yo, Michael Smith, are you watching this? Let me see. Yes. Okay, I'm sorry. Michael Smith, Nesdahl is a guitar buying animal. I live. What's the word? Starts with a V, and not Van Halen. I can't pronounce it.
Vicariously through me.
Vicariously. Lives vicariously through his guitar and gear purchases. LOL. Smiley face.
Okay.
I think
The
we
fact
all
that
do.
I actually knew the fact that I actually knew what he was going to say. Starts with a V. I don't know, venereal disease. I don't know.
Dave, you must be a billionaire.
What?
You must be a billionaire, Dave.
Billionaire Dave.
Yeah,
Billionaire Dave by day, Batman by night.
that's right.
Bye, man.
Mild-mannered Dave.
I meant like bye, like B-U-Y. That's what I meant.
Oh boy.
Oh. Hey. Hey-o. So, yes, Michael Smith, thanks for watching, dude. And yeah, I think we all kind of lived through Dave. We got our new guitar Daves, you know. This I saw this. I happened to see this guitar. Well, I saw it last week. This Kramer Voyager, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I filmed a little video with it, just playing it, and I think it was Zipkin texted me this morning, and he said, "You think Dave's gonna buy that guitar? Is that gonna?" He said, "Is that gonna be a new guitar, Dave? That guitar?"
No, I
And I,
probably
I
wouldn't buy it if it was the last one on the planet.
probably not, but it's a great guitar. It's an awesome, awesome
By the
guitar.
way,
But
it is a Schaller pickup in there. I saw it. It's
yeah.
a Schaller.
Nice.
Yeah. I when I was filming, I was I have to do those things really quickly because people walk in and out and I have to stop, and so yeah, I just looked really quickly, and yeah, and then afterwards I'm like, oh wait a minute, it's got the double screws, so it is a Schaller, which would be original. That guitar is all
Yeah.
original.
That certainly is.
So that's a cool thing about it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was cool. I'd never seen a Rockinger tremolo in person.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
And it didn't speak. It didn't speak to you, huh?
No.
I didn't think so.
I got a Rockinger in my Kramer over there, and it's an interesting tremolo. I mean, it's definitely Floyd-like, and you can do the nice deep bar dives and all that stuff, and they're really cool. I mean, I don't dislike it, but I don't know, maybe Johnny or Dave, would admit, anybody that's played one, I mean, they definitely have a little bit different of a feel to them. It feels a little different,
Yeah.
They respond.
Well, it's two pieces.
Yeah.
It's got the part that sits, and then the other part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's
Which
not.
makes it two parts.
Yeah, it's two pieces. It's not like Floyd is like very sturdy, stable. You can go crazy with this thing. I could actually see you busting it off.
Yeah, they're strange. They're interesting. There it is right there.
Yeah. So see, underneath those screws, does that come out? Because I used to have a guitar that had a tremolo similar, and the thing would come apart.
Yeah, see, it's technically one piece, basically. It's one piece here, but this piece right up front here is what it rocks on. It rocks on that piece.
Yeah, but that comes off that, right?
Yes.
You can take that off, and the piece with the screws stays, that line.
Correct.
Right. So I can see the little screws or whatever, the teeth going in. I could see that actually busting off at some point.
Yep.
Because I used to have an 80s guitar that had a similar tremolo as that.
Yeah. And then the nut is a little different too. But I mean, they're good guitars. I mean, they do. You can definitely play with them, and then they have a lot of pretty decent range of motion. But it's definitely, like Johnny said, it's kind of like two pieces. But interesting, kind of cool.
Pretty cool.
That is cool.
Very cool. Sorry, I'm getting some messages I have to reply to. Let's see. Yep, Michael Smith is watching us. Thank you for watching us. Thank you, everybody. We got 13, 14 people looking at us. Thank you. So what? So yeah. So we want to talk about the EVH, those new guitars, the new Wolfgang.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
I'm happy that they're
both Wolfgangs.
I'm happy that they're using. Yeah, I'm happy that they're using chrome hardware on those striped ones now.
Yeah. Me too.
Yo, what's up, Ron? Hello? Everybody's texting or something.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Hands free.
It wasn't me. Hands free. You have Bluetooth. You got like the thing in your ear. The
Bluetooth texting.
Yeah. Yeah. But
At least I
anyway,
don't have yellow tooth.
Yellow tooth.
Gross.
Yellow dude.
Yeah. Yeah. So who wants to talk about what? Dave, you said you want to talk about that amp?
Yeah, it's
The
that
brand
the
new.
EL34 amp. A lot of people have this misconception, including me at first, thinking that it was going to be like a reissue of his old amp. Turns out it's basically a 100-watt 5153S with EL34s. So it's going to have all the modern gain that his amps have. It's 3 channels, but it's going to have like more of an EL34 sound. It's going to sound a little more British than what you're used to. Maybe a little more squishy, a little more yeah. That's the only way I can, like, a spongy. It's going to have a little bit of a spongy type thing to it. That's basically what EL34s does. It's not going to be as hard. The attack is not going to be as hard as 6L6s. But that's what the amp is going to be, and that's what it is. That's what the amp is. I look forward to hearing it. I think it's going to do real well for EVH.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of cool. I'm anxious to see it too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think Chris Hubbard's going to own one.
I don't know.
Well,
Trying to figure out how to buy it. What do I sell?
I know how to buy it. You put your hand in your pocket, take a load of cash out, slap it down on the counter at your nearest music store, and say, "I want that."
I'm out of cash now. Got my Neptune on the way, and my Floyd for my Kramer, my 5150.
Nice.
Fresh out of cash.
come on, Hobbs. We know you got the cash. Let's go. Step up.
Sell something you don't use.
I use everything. That's a problem.
I heard you got a kid for sale.
A kid.
Hey, you got this new body. You got this new body that somebody sent you. You could sell that. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Don't look on eBay.
Yeah.
This is not the body you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not funny. No, that sounds like a cool amp, though, Dave. It'd be interesting to see, when that comes out. Anybody know the projected release date on that? What we're looking at time-wise?
No, I don't. But I'm thinking that.
It says October on that email,
Okay.
and all those guitars.
If it says October, I'm sure Music Zoo will have it in September.
Yeah. Sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
October. The red, black, and white. It says October. The Wolfgang, then the natural Wolfgang, it says August.
Nice.
The L natural.
Cool.
What does it say? What's the L for? What does the L stand for?
The?
Limited, maybe?
Doesn't it mean the?
L?
No,
L?
EL.
Oh, the natural, L natural, yeah. Okay.
El Natural, yeah. Yeah, it's a special. And, right away you look at it, you could tell there's something up because the pickup is normal. The neck pickup. It's not backwards like that one right there.
Right.
Which I did myself years and years and years ago. So this will be the first guitar since the Music Man to have a production guitar come out like that, right? I mean, weren't all the PVs, like all the PV Wolfgangs and all the EVH Wolfgangs, they were all flipped around?
Yep.
I mean, all of them, right?
Yeah.
That actually is kind of cool. Do you have a picture of that, Johnny? You could just show real quick?
Although, Johnny, I think all of the customs come that way.
Okay.
The USA Customs.
I didn't even
Really?
notice that.
I didn't even recognize that, Johnny, until you said that. Yeah, that is the
No,
first.
I saw it. I just didn't put 2 and 2 together.
That's cool. That is cool.
But does that one still have black hardware though?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
Oh.
does.
right there.
Swap that
How
out.
unfortunate.
Yeah, I know. We'll have to swap that out as soon as we get it.
And then there's the red, black, and white
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
with chrome
Nice. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it looks good.
right there, and then the amp that we're talking about right there. Looks gold.
Yep.
I think it's kind of goldish, kind of like Marshall-ish.
Yeah.
So
be
Uh-huh.
that's really cool, really cool, and yeah, the not the natural. Well, was the natural one in there? The red, black, and white, and then there was a bumblebee one as well that were in one of the articles. One of the which one was it? Which of the how many covers was that? Has that even been on this month?
It was like 4, wasn't it?
3,
4?
I think, right?
Now, like 9, 10, 11,
I thought it was like 13.
13. Yeah, there's tons of them.
Yeah. They're all like, but they're all European magazines, or
Mm-hmm.
you know, they're not USA magazines, so it's difficult to get your hands on them.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, speaking of those magazines, Dave, I looked all over the place today. I went through all of my magazines. I bet you I sat down for 2 hours when I got home from work tonight. I went through all my player magazines, all my young guitar magazines, and I could not find any pictures of Ed's original Stealth, #1, that shows the back with a small circular route for the kill switch route. I couldn't find it anywhere. So if anybody out there happens to have a picture of that,
I know I have a picture of it. I know I do. I'll check my phone right now. I think I have it in my photos.
Yeah,
Just give me
I
a
love
moment.
to see it. I did order a new young guitar magazine from eBay today, one that I didn't have, and it was a picture of the Jimmy Kimmel. It's the cover of Ed on the front cover with a Stealth back, before the tour started, playing the Jimmy Kimmel show. And that was right before he took possession of the ivory relict tour guitar that Chip built him. Because I think the Jimmy Kimmel show or the Ellen show was one of the last times he used the Stealth live. Because, like we said, he took possession of the tour relic guitar and he really liked it, and he sanded the neck down a little bit, and that's what he used live. But
Yeah.
the Young Guitar magazine, that's one of the only ones that I don't have. I collect all the player in the Young Guitar magazines. I have stacks and stacks of them back from the 70s with Eddie on the cover. And I'm hoping that magazine has some pictures of those guitars. I know it has a section on the 2012 black and white striped guitar that he played in Japan. It's got a few pictures of that guitar. But I'm hoping it has some pictures of the Stealth. I don't know. We'll find out.
Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
I have this photo of his guitar rack from Guitar Man, and the one that you see next to the red guitar is his backup. That's the backup one, so that has the longer control cover on it.
Uh-huh.
So hang on one second. I'm still looking. I got a bunch more here, so give me 1 second. I know I had one. I'm sure I still have it. If not in this, maybe it's in my. I might have to send it to you after this hangout because it might be in my iPad photos.
While you're looking,
I'm on the iPad now, so.
Okay. While you're looking for that, Dave, Chris, we talked about this offline a little bit, but just in case any of the folks out there have questions or anything on it, everybody knows we did a hangout on Monday night. You were doing my, was it Monday night? Yeah, Monday night. You're relicking my ivory USA, wolf body, and I was lucky enough to find an original EVH cavity cover plate online yesterday. So don't worry about cutting me a cover plate for it. Just send it to me with an open hole in the back, and I'll attach the cover plate myself because I have a brand new EVH cover plate.
Cool.
So save you a little bit of.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
You'll have to send me another rubber band though, and
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll make sure to send yours back.
Yeah, I need that rubber band back. Yeah.
Hey, Jim, is it Nicholson? Nichols?
Nichols, I think.
Nicholas.
Nichols. we always mess that up, don't we, Johnny?
Yeah. Because I can't see it. I need Dave's glasses. Because I read a laptop, which is like way back, sitting over
What's
here.
What's the matter with the glasses you're wearing?
And I got a bright light right in my face to try to light myself. You know, I got this horrible lamp sitting here.
You need to be lit up, do you?
Yeah. Yeah. Can you help me out? Hey, so Jim says, hey guys, what year did Ed start using the 6L6 tubes? Was it the PV or the Soldano?
The Soldano was 6L6 tubes.
Yeah. And the Soldano that he used right before the 5150s came out, he played that amp live in 1990 when they opened up Cabo Wabo with Sammy. There's some pictures of that Soldano amp, and then Eddie striped the cab of that amp shortly thereafter. And that amp was nothing more than, well, let me rephrase that. The 5150 PV original was basically a hot-rodded Soldano. That's what it was. Eddie loved that Soldano so much. That was like his second favorite baby next to his original Marshall, which after the Balance tour was pretty much crapping out and wasn't working very well anymore. He did use the original Marshall a little bit in Balance. And he found this Soldano, and he really, really liked it. And I played through that actual head, not Eddie's obviously, but a Soldano head. And I was amazed at how similar to the PV 5150 it sounded. And then, so from what I understand from a few sources of mine, when Eddie made the 5150, or I think the guy's name was James Brown, not the James Brown, but James Brown from PV, when he was building the 5150, the original one back in the early 90s, 80, I think they started working on that like early 1990. It was basically a hot-rodded Soldano because Eddie really loved that Soldano so much. That's basically what you got, and that was the spawn of the birth of the 5150s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those Soldanos, they're amazing. I remember when I first got that yellow guitar right there, I would go into Guitar Center into, I guess, I don't know if they were even called the Platinum rooms back then. I think it was just like an amp room.
Yeah, it was an amp room back then.
And I remember there was a Soldano full stack. And I remember I was in there all by myself, and I plugged directly into that stack with this guitar, and it was incredible.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's probably where I got the tinnitus from, way back when, because that way it was amazing. It was amazing. And yeah, those are great amps. I mean, I love the tone. Yep.
There's a picture of Eddie with his original Music Man with two of the Soldanos that he was playing through. You can see the striped one on the bottom, the blue one on the top. And Eddie had just taken possession of his original Amber Music Man. He loved those Soldanos. And like Johnny and I were just saying, that's basically what the 5150 PV is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I've really loved the tone that Eddie got on those Cabo Wabo videos.
Yeah, me too.
Uh-huh.
I think it sounds great. I mean, it's just because it was nothing like before.
Right.
Nothing like it, you know. And then it was hot. It was just super hot. And then it toned back down after that. And then I think it's closer to the tone he's getting now with the EVH amps.
Right.
Actually, you know. But
in 1990, the opening of Cabo Wabo, he played the 5150 Kramer through a Soldano amp. He had the Soldano.
Yeah, that's what we're talking. Yeah, that's what he was talking about. Yeah.
And then in the 91 show, which I think I also have on video, he had the Music Mans, and I think was he still playing the Soldanos, Johnny, or did he have the 5150s then?
He had the 5150s by then.
Okay.
By that tour. Yeah. Well, at least on stage. least
Yeah.
on stage he had stacks of them. Who knows what he had in the back, what he was actually playing through? Because he wasn't playing through those amps.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He could have had. Maybe he had a Soldano with him. You do see his rack and his gear and stuff in a Guitar World from 92, is it? March 92, maybe?
Mm.
Yeah, I have it over there. I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's called Van Halen Live or something.
Mm-hmm.
It just shows him playing the yellow guitar, and I believe there's photos in there of his setup.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Hey, Johnny, do you mind real quick if I talk about these the eyelets and the washers real quick while you're looking for some questions?
Sure, go ahead.
This doesn't have to be a real long topic, but it's definitely something that's been coming up in conversation on the boards. Over the last couple of months, I've been getting a lot of questions on Facebook and on some Van Halen sites through private messaging and et cetera and so forth on what eye bolts Eddie uses on his guitars for strap locks. And if you go back, it's hard to say exactly which ones he uses unless you're holding Eddie's guitars. But what I can tell you is the stuff that he's using is nothing more than the basic stuff you get out of the hardware stores. People are going bonkers on the internet now, and I mean, I've gotten this long, in-depth conversation with a couple of folks yesterday on this, and people are really going, I think a little bit overboard on it, because it's really, Eddie never really went this crazy about anything. He just got what was available. I mean, it's no different than the pound cake drill, when, oh, what's this do? And, Matt Bruck or somebody was working on one of his cabs or something, and he sees the drill, and he's like, and it makes pound cake. It's that simple. He never really goes nuts looking for stuff, but if you go back to the, the 70s, he was basically using, Abishan Ace Hardware eye bolt on the Frankenstrat. It's like on my Frankenstrat right here. It's kind of a bigger washer on this guitar. Eddie had a bigger one on it. I don't know what size it is. It's about the size of probably about the size of a quarter. But as time went on, he started throwing washers on that, and I don't know if it was to protect the body or not or what. You started seeing that when he came out with the signature guitars, like on the Music Man. Was the first time, I believe. He has it on the 5150 Kramer now, but he never used to. He has washers on that guitar now, but he never used to. But on the Music Man guitars, you started seeing this right here. You started seeing the washers and the eye bolts, just like that. And then basically, from that point forward up until now, that's what he's using. And all these people are going through this crazy method of welding the washers and on the eye bolts on, and I don't get why. Once it's on the guitar and you screw it down, looks like it's attached. So why would you weld it? You don't need to. The only thing I will say that I learned recently was Eddie did use a set screw. I think Dave told me this yesterday, and Chris. He did put an extra set screw through the basic fender washer, which is the size of a nickel, because I've measured them, and that's what Eddie's using. They're basically fender washers from the hardware store, about the size of a nickel. That's it right there, and the basic eye bolt screw. Again, the circumference of the circle is about the size of a nickel, because if you put that right up to that, it's the exact same size. So that's the size you're looking for, guys. If you want to really be accurate, you can drill a small hole through the washer and put a small set screw in there to stabilize it a little bit more. I don't personally do that, but
well, you can get them that way. You can order them that way. They already have the set screw in it, the hole for the set screw, and it's got a little
like peened, like kind of peened, you mean?
Yeah, so that the underneath of the screw fits. It sits in the washer itself.
Right. Yep.
You know, like in a pick guard, you have that. You know, all your pick guard screws, they're not flush. They're like, I don't know what, I forgot the word. I don't know the word I'm looking for. Anyway,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I know
Or
what
they're
you mean.
countersunk. They're countersunk in. So it's a countersunk hole so that
Right.
the screw is flush.
Right.
You can get them that way. I haven't seen them that way at Ace Hardware, but there are hardware stores where you can get them that way.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, honestly, Dave is the one that, I mean, I've been doing this stuff for years, getting these, but Dave is the one that actually told me the exact. It's okay, girl. Dave is the one that actually told me that exactly what they were, and they're basically called fender washers. That's what they're called. And it has nothing to do with the guitar company. And like I said, Dave's the one that told me this. They're stainless steel fender washers out of the Ace Hardware store, and essentially, here's your eyelet. And they go in like that, and there's no need to weld them, guys, because once it's secured to the body, guess what? It stays, and you can't even see anything. It looks so. I don't know why people are welding these.
Well,
Yeah.
there are pieces where you can buy where they are welded together.
Yeah, I guess.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, but that's not what it is. That's not what Eddie has. They're two pieces. They're two distinct pieces. They're not welded together.
it's like that. And once it's secured to the body, it doesn't matter anyway. So, but that's what you're looking for. You know, and like Dave said, that little countersunk, you know, set screw is an addition that Eddie, you know, does use. But it's as simple as that, guys. That's all they are. They're just fender washers with a lid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Really?
I think it's just a cleaner.
Who's barking?
Rogan, stop. Really? Hey, come here.
Woof.
Funny.
Okay, it's okay.
Bow wow.
How
Oh, hey, Eric.
Brandy's looking at me like, now who is talking?
Who is that? Who is that?
Who
Eric-
is that talking?
Eric sent me a message. Is this Eric Jr.? Who is this? Which Eric is this? Eric Broadbent says Eric Jr. and I are grabbing the new striped Wolfgang. They're getting two.
Eric. Awesome.
They're getting one of each.
Good deal, bud. Good deal.
Awesome. Hey, get me the deal you get.
Yeah.
I think
But hey,
we all deserve it.
As far as that that screw though, I mean, isn't there a photo where it looks like it's welded together?
Well, I'm seeing photos of people making these replicas that are doing that, but I don't know of any photos of Eds that look welded together. I don't know.
I've never seen a
Like-
photo of any of it.
Like the one in Cleveland, the Hard Rock, not Hard Rock. Yeah, what's it called? The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame PV. It looks like like either a prototype or whatever. It doesn't look like the I can't even talk. The parts you guys are talking about. You guys ever seen the photo close up of that? The part you're talking about.
No, I haven't seen it. Can you send it? You have a photo of it?
I do. I'm trying to find it. I'm looking for it right now. Where's Devin?
I'm surprised. First of all, I'm surprised you don't have a photo of the back of the Stealth to show Rob.
I probably
the
do.
Cavity cover.
I have to find
I know you do. If anyone has it, it's you.
I probably do have it. But yeah, I'm looking for the photo of the. Somebody said something. I'm looking. Let me. Where's Dev? Can somebody get Devin Hull? He's seen that thing.
I don't have his number.
He's actually been right up on that, and he'll tell us if the thing's welded or not.
Well, I think he was one of the guys I was talking to the other day.
Hang on, let me see.
Who
if I
was
have
telling
his
you
number.
that yes, it is welded?
I just don't see why it would be. Doesn't make any sense to me. I
Well,
mean,
there are ones that you can buy that are already together. they're already, and they look welded.
Yeah.
You know. So maybe they slapped some of those on some of these guitars, like the one I'm trying to talk about. Where is Devin?
Hang on. Let me. I'll
Send
get
him a message. Send him a message and ask him about the eyelets that are on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Wolfgang. What was that?
That was Grogan.
Huh? Oh, it was Eric. I would not be surprised. Ed may have added a drop of solder to an eye bolt that would look like weld. And Eric Jr. says hi. Hey, Eric Jr.
Okay.
Keep rocking, man.
You know what, Johnny?
Hang on, Devin's gonna call me in 1 second. Hang on.
While you're waiting for that call, Dave, there is one thing I guess I could say that I probably could. I can see maybe why somebody would put a spot weld on that. On some of my guitars, now that I think about it, every once in a while you'll see this right here, like on this Star guitar. You'll see after playing, this will be turned sideways. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
What I mean by that, while playing, it gets turned. So a couple of times I've had to actually turn them back like that, just like that to that. So what I'm saying is possibly, if that is the case, I guess I can see why somebody might put a spot weld on it or buy it that way, so that eyelet doesn't shift at all while you're playing it. That spot weld would prevent that from happening. I guess I could. I've been thinking about this all week, and sitting on this call now, listening to you guys, I guess I can understand that. That could be the case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, yeah, that along with the set screw. That along with the set screw will stop it from moving altogether.
Well, the set screw wouldn't really do anything with the eyelet, because the set screw doesn't stop the eyelet from turning. It only holds the washer.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. If you welded the eyelet to the washer, but didn't put a set screw in, it could still move. The whole unit would move.
Right. I understand.
So that's what the set screw is for. But I still don't see him welding it. I don't see him doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't either, Dave. I absolutely understand what you're saying, but I guess I can see why somebody would think that. And now,
Yeah,
like I said, I
get that.
Yep.
You can buy them, and they're already welded together. You can buy one piece.
Yeah. Yeah, Eddie doesn't use them anymore, the washers on his Stealth.
No, he doesn't use them at all. He doesn't use them at all on the new guitars. He just has the,
and
the
show in 2013, the show I went to in Oshkosh when they came back from Japan, during his solo, his eye bolt actually turned, like you were saying, Rob.
Yeah.
And it was bothering me, and he finally noticed it, and he turned it. If you go to the Oshkosh show, go to his solo, you'll see that happened to his guitar.
Really? I actually have that show. I have that on DVD. I have that show on DVD. I'll have to check that out. What song was it, do you know?
Yeah, well,
his solo, and he cut his finger, too.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, you can see that on YouTube. You can see the whole show on YouTube.
Yeah, I went to that show, and I remember seeing that he cut his finger on a string, probably doing the cathedral stuff.
That's right.
And his eye bolt was turned on him, like you were saying. But yeah, he doesn't use those things anymore. To me, they're just for looks. It's just a cleaner look.
Yeah.
So you don't, see the hole.
Basically, I use them on. I use them on my Music Man. I use them on my TV Wolfgang, my purple one. And actually, I do have them on my Tobacco EVH. And even on my Star guitar, on the back of my Star, I have, you'll notice I have the, where is it? Oh, right here. I have the regular bolt there, but on the back here, I actually threw an eyelet on with a washer, just because this is the factory version. I didn't want it to get marred up turning it. Like you said, it looks cleaner. It looks a little cleaner.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't put the eye bolt. You didn't drill eye bolt into the back plate like Eddie's.
Yeah, that is kind of weird, huh?
Yeah. You'll do it tomorrow. It'll be done.
You know, that's one of the nice things about these videos is we actually hash this stuff out. We talk about it, and each one of us has very similar beliefs on all this stuff, but maybe just a little bit of our own personal touch on it. And I don't know about you guys, but every time I listen to you guys, I'm like, okay, I guess I could kind of see that, you know? So I guess my horizons are broadened a little bit each time we do a phone call, you know?
Your horizons are broadbent?
My horizons are broadbent, yeah.
Yeah, I had the same, I had smaller washers, and it wasn't until I seen your guys's. I just bought these today.
Oh, yeah, there they are.
Nice.
I bought these for my future guitars just to have, but I bought a bunch of Fender washers the other day and put them on all my Ernie Ball and PV guitars.
Nice.
And I bought some new, these are the ones I use. I bought them today, National Hardware 1 and 15/16.
Cool.
Those
Those are the ones. Those are the correct ones.
Yeah. Yeah, those are on all
Those
my
are
guitars.
good. They're large. They say large on them. You just got to make sure that they're the large ones.
You
But
know,
wait, Dave, what size are they?
Large.
large.
So look, real quick. I mean, look at this one. I'm not saying this is what Eddie uses. Oh, somebody just said something. What's up, guys? Quick question. Rob, do you...
I can't see anything but your avatar. Oh, there you are. Show
Huh?
it again.
Am I here? Well, I didn't show it. But look
You're
at this
here.
one. This is one you can buy. Okay? Look at
Can't
that.
see anything. Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
that's not it.
Testing.
Yeah, I see it, but
Yeah,
that's
but
not what Eddie has.
But see it though?
Yeah.
Yes.
See it? So they could have slapped some of these on a Wolfgang or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, they could
You
have.
know?
No doubt.
One of these guitars, and that's why some people are thinking, well, that's what he uses.
Yeah. Even on my purple one, you know, I mean, I don't know how clean this looks, but you can see, you know, I have that unit on there. You know?
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like right there.
Yeah.
One thing I will say though, this goes out to David Allen Wright, because David and I were talking the other day, and I actually sent a couple of mine to David for his project. And I know we got him because he texted me the other day. I hope they work out for you there, buddy. Another gentleman was texting me the other day asking me what size they were. And like I said, I don't know the exact size. All I can tell you is the washer is the size of a nickel, not a quarter. The quarter ones are too big. They look too huge on there. And this, I'm talking for the signature guitars, not the Frankenstrat. The Frankenstrat eyelet is almost double this size. It's much bigger. But the signature guitars, if you're looking to replicate something like Eddie had on his Music Man or his Peavies, you're looking for this eyelet right here, about the size of a nickel. Like I said, the Fender washer is exactly the same. Now, what I'll tell you is they do come in different sizes, and the holes in the center are a little bit different. So you can get the same washer with the holes a little bigger, a little smaller. The objective is to get the hole as small as you can, so it secures the eyelet. You don't want the eyelet to have a lot of wiggle room. See, I can't even get this to go in. I have to actually turn it to go in. So you want it nice and tight like that, so there's not a huge gap. Now, what I have to do when I install these on my guitars, I actually have to drill that hole out just a little bit more.
That's right.
Yeah,
Me too.
I actually did that today because I sent the ones. Chris has my ivory guitar right now, and the actual eyelets and washers that I had, I actually sent to David Allen Wright because they were ready to go. So I made 2 more tonight just for this hangout so you guys could see this. And, you know, like Dave just agreed to me, this would not go in. I actually had to round it out just a little bit more, just a tad bit more. And then
That's right.
And that's how that's the fit you want, just like that. You do the same thing with yours, Dave?
Yep, that's what you have to do. You have to, because it won't fit. And that's how you know when you have the right size eyelet, because it's just too big for that hole.
Exactly.
So, you know,
And once it's in
the
there,
one size smaller, the one size smaller eyelet will fit in that hole without you drilling the hole. The second you find one that doesn't fit in the hole, but it's just too snug where it doesn't fit, that's the right size.
Exactly. And all you do is basically just round that hole out a little bit, and it'll make it in. And it's that simple, and that's what you're looking for, guys.
And it'll drill out easily. It doesn't take a lot. You just use a pair of pliers. Put the washer in a pair of pliers and drill it out with the other hand. It'll go pretty much like butter, as long as you're holding the washer so it doesn't fly.
Yep,
but,
exactly.
It'll go pretty fast.
That's right. Exactly. Hey, guess what I found yesterday? I got out of work. Enlightenment? No, I got out of work and I came home and I put my hand in my pocket and I pull out a bunch of change. You know, I throw my wallet down, my pocket knife, and I got a bunch of quarters. Every time I pull quarters out of my pocket, I always look to see if I can find a 1971 quarter. Guess what I found? 1971. Right there. So in my little toolbox, I have a little pouch that I pull out, a little thing. I have about
he said toolbox.
Yeah. It's the coolest thing. 1971
so
quarter.
funny, cool.
So if anybody wants a 1971 quarter, I'll sell it to you for $100.
How much is that quarter worth?
I don't know.
$10.
How much you want to pay for it?
What it's worth.
Cool.
Yes, Johnny, I saw
Don't read
that.
that, man.
That's what
Don't read
I was
that.
smiling. That's what I was smiling about. No, I'm not gonna say anything. But that's what I was smiling about. We'll tell you guys when we get off from being live.
Understood.
No, but should I still be looking for this photo? Did Devin call?
No, Devin hasn't called.
Devin, are you watching this? Oh, hey, Eric. Eric said someone needs to invent something that will insert into the body and then an eye hook that will rotate inside that doesn't tighten, loosen, just swing free.
Oh, I know what you mean. What do you mean swing free?
Well, we'll talk about
it. Shouldn't swing free. All right. So basically, it should be. Nice. Very nice. Okay.
No, I'm not making fun of you. But yeah, that's...
Oh, I know you're not. I know you ain't.
Should I still be looking for this picture or not? I'm scrolling here.
For the picture of the back plate on the Stealth?
No, for the welded.
No. Who cares?
Does it even matter? Okay.
I'm going to tell everyone right now, you don't need to weld it. Period. That's it. It's 2 pieces. Get it done.
Exactly.
That's it.
Stop the madness.
Forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like the Mad Dog from like Mike and the Mad Dog, where you just yell at people.
Yeah, just stop the madness. Yeah.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. You don't know what you're doing.
Oh, cool. Look at this photo I just found.
Oh,
Check
Lord.
this out. This is kind of cool. You ever seen maybe Rob, maybe Rob, maybe you have this actually. If you do, maybe you can scan this and get a better thing. But check this out, man. That's kind of a cool picture if you can see what's going on. Can you see that?
Oh, Sammy playing Eddie's guitar?
Yeah, I have that picture.
You have that photo?
When was the last time? Yeah, I know. You probably have that hanging up over your bedpost.
Actually, hold on. I have it. It's in a Young Guitar magazine.
Okay. Can you take a good photo of that?
Yeah, hold on. I'll be back.
Oh, that's so funny. Can't believe you guys didn't hear that.
I heard it.
You're just letting it go over your heads.
Yeah. That's that's pretty cool though. I'm just
Shut up,
scrolling.
Christopher.
I'm just scrolling through pictures. What? Eric Broadbent. Ha! He's laughing. Rotate with no loosen or fall out. And we're getting like a
Oh,
million
Devin just said,
comments
"What's
on the
up?"
video itself. We got 30 people looking at us.
Wow. Do you want to get Devin on this call or no?
If he's around, I mean, if he's sitting there.
Hang on.
Is he sitting there?
He just texted me, "What's up?"
Oh.
Hey, get
He might be on a roller coaster right now.
this hangout.
He loves roller coasters.
Right.
Every weekend, it's him. It's photos of him, like, you know. I'll never go on a roller coaster. The last
Neither will
roller coaster I was on was. It's been 20 years. I'll never do another one again. I mean, it's.
The last one I went on, I was 16. I was 16 down in Disney World in Florida. I went on Thunder Mountain when it was new, and I not good. Wasn't good. Wasn't pretty. Come here, Brad.
Is that the guitar I saw yesterday?
Good girl.
No, that's one. That's a. That's not a Voyager, is it?
So nice, Brandy. So nice. This good girl.
All right, I got the picture right here. All right, here we go. Okay, so the magazine is...
Send him an invite, Johnny. He'll be in a minute. He'll be on in a minute.
All right, here's the magazine, Young Guitar. Eddie's playing a 5150 backup guitar, as you can see.
Mm-hmm. We think that might be the Dugan guitar.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
Got some cool pictures in it. Picture here of Eddie, the 5150.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's the St. Paul, Minnesota, right?
Yep, exactly.
There? Yeah, there's video footage of that from a Japanese TV show. Mm-hmm.
And sitting here. And then the picture that Johnny just showed, which is cool. Actually, here's a cool one of Eddie ripping on the 5150 right here.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, and then the one Johnny's talking about, right here. Here we go. You guys see that?
That's a good shot. Really good shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine how many times Sammy has actually picked that guitar up and played it. How cool would that? How cool is that to be like?
Yeah.
So close to that guitar.
Well, hey, you guys saw that photo of Roth playing the root guitar.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's insane, man.
Yeah. I know it.
A lot of cool stuff I never thought I'd see.
Mm-hmm.
So we think this could be the Dugan guitar?
It is. That is the Dugan guitar.
Possibly.
You guys see that?
The thing is, yeah, that guitar, it was given to Kevin Dugan, and then it was stolen, and the thief had started to strip it.
Yeah.
So the guitar had to be repainted, and it was autographed to Kevin, and then it had to be repainted, and it was re-signed years later.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very, the striping is very, very similar. I don't think that's totally exact between the original paint job and the new paint job, but it's very, very close.
Yep. Yep.
And we think that's maybe the guitar.
Rogan, stop.
They just want to talk to the animals watching.
Rogan, stop.
What's he barking at?
Who the hell
He's
knows?
asking for you. He's saying, Rob.
Hey!
That's very funny. No! No! All right.
Check it out. Here's a photo you guys have probably never seen.
You're you retard. Go away.
You guys have probably never seen this. Is that a what do you call it? It's a Kramer. Is that like the Voyager? Is that a Voyager?
Yes. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I've never seen. I've never seen that before.
Look who's playing
In
it.
that picture.
Wow. Yeah, that's a Voyager, all right.
That's cool.
So that's like the guitar that I saw yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just the one
Just
pickup?
in black. Yeah, they made them. They made them the same way as they made Pacers. They made them with different pickup configurations.
Okay.
Go, Daddy, go!
It's so funny.
He looks up
What
like,
was
"Did you
that?"
hear
I'm calling you Daddy Dave. Daddy Dave. Oh, gosh.
I'm finding some crazy stuff on my phone. I scrolled. I probably scrolled back like 3 years. Here's a funny shot. Here's a Michael Anthony pointing at me, laughing, like it's hilarious.
He's pointing at you.
Say, oh look, it's Mr. Beane.
And look at this. Here's the. There's like a fan holding the 5150
That's cool.
back in like 2000.
That's from 2004.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
You know,
Huh?
back
What?
in 2004, in 2004, was it 2004? Maybe it was 98. No, yeah, in 98 when Eddie started using the striped Wolfgang Special, they would do the kind of the meet and greet thing or the pre-show hello.
Mm-hmm. And real quick, did
and
Devin want in?
And they would let, huh?
Did Devin want
Yeah,
to
Devin
get in?
wants in. You got to send him in
Okay.
to fight.
I
Yeah,
just
he
did.
does.
Okay, I just did.
So,
All right.
so they would let people sit on the drum riser and hold that guitar for a photo. And he's here. He's ready. He's going to come in a second. But they who teched for Eddie in '98? Do you know, Johnny?
98?
Was it Rudy in '98 as well?
No, Rudy's last one was Balance Tour 95, I think.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, whoever is tech. Oh, it was probably Matt Brook. Whoever tech for him in '98 said, when you're done taking your picture with the guitar, hold on to it with both hands, and I'll come and grab it from you. Do not hand it to me. I'll grab it from you.
Dude, you're repeating the story that Mully told me.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Mully told me this exact. You must have watched that video. Hang on one sec.
Chris and I are like dying to not play our guitars.
Yeah.
What?
Said Chris and I are like dying not to play our guitars.
Well, it looks like you're doing a poor job of it because you are playing it.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, Dave. Yeah, Dave. Yeah, you were saying word for word what Mully told me on a hangout.
I forgot where I heard it from. Okay, well,
He wasn't wearing
these guys
glasses.
don't know.
I thought he was watching like some other dudes talking.
What?
Oh. What? Okay. Anyway, no, it's cool, man. It's cool. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, that was Mully. That was Mully.
Okay.
I think he told me who the. He showed me a photo of the tech actually. Go back to the hangout where it's me and Mully, and he's showing those photographs. He actually showed a photo of them. There were some photos of them with the guitar, the striped special, the one that Wolfgang played in 2004.
Yeah.
When he would come walking up on stage, and played during 316, right?
Yep.
I think Molly showed me a photo of the tech, whoever the tech was at that point.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think. But here, maybe we can answer some questions. I sent Devin an invite.
Yeah, he said he's here, and I told him to jump in.
Guys, I'm gonna.
He might not know how to jump in. You might have to call him.
Guys, I'm gonna be here. I'm just gonna go on my avatar for a second because I'm gonna let my dog outside, but I'll still be here. So.
Okay.
So if we need you, you'll be here.
I'll still be here. Verbally.
Hey, Chris and Dave, I just want you guys to know that Rob is still here.
Oh, that's great to
He
know.
will still be here.
I promise
Okay.
you, I will not drop off like I did the other night.
But he won't be playing his guitar while he's here.
Drop off, man. I got kicked out too, dude.
I didn't realize that till Chris told me.
Very
was
funny
driving-
stuff.
Come on, girl.
Yeah. This
I was
is-
driving back.
Me and Chris were sitting here like, now what?
How far after I dropped off, Johnny, did you drop off?
Oh, like 3 hours. I didn't
3
get to finish what I was saying though. Oh, hey, Devin.
There's Devin.
Hello.
What up, man?
Hey, Devin.
Hey, Devin, what's going on?
What's up, bro?
Devin, do you know
What's going
Chris
on?
Hubbard? Have you guys ever met?
Who?
Who?
Hubbard? Chris Hubbard?
Yeah. I met him in Detroit.
That's
Yep.
Hubs.
Yeah, we met at the Detroit show.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
me
cool.
me and Devin talk every day.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Awesome. So listen, what while we're waiting, what did we want to ask Devin? What were we talking about with those eye bolts?
Well, I told you guys that Devin has actually seen that the PV Wolfgang that's at the the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And we were wondering if those eye hooks on there were the ones that look like they're welded.
Yeah, those ones were welded.
Okay.
And they
Okay.
also had the little screw in the washer.
Right. Well, I figured they had the screw in the washer, but I didn't know they were welded.
Yeah, I the only one I looked at was on the horn. I didn't try to look at the bottom one, but I assumed they were both welded.
Yeah.
Huh. Cool.
Okay, well, that's it. See you later.
Did you weld the ones on your Frankenstein?
No, I just have straight eyelets. I didn't bother with washers.
What's wrong with you? I did the same thing too. No washer on it.
Look at the awesome. For those of you guys who don't know Devin Hull, he's got a really cool display of a bunch of vinyl records and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah,
what
that's
that is.
cool. And you did that with a ruler too, because that is straight as hell.
Sure, yeah.
That's cool.
That's
Unlike my cockeyed eyes with my wall in the back with the guitars all over the place.
Your what eyes?
Shut up.
Oh God.
I didn't hear what he said, so I'm just asking.
No, I think you heard exactly what I said.
No, I really didn't.
Man. So Devin, dude, what do you think about the new EVH gear stuff coming out? That new amp and those 2 new guitars and stuff.
The amp's cool. I hope it's not a limited run.
Yeah.
Not that I'm going to be buying it, but, you know. And then I wish they would go back to chrome hardware with these specials.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree. Although the red, white, and black, the new red, white, and black striped one does have chrome on it. Just the natural one does not, which is unfortunate.
That Bumblebee does though, right?
I think it does. Yeah,
Okay.
I think it does.
I
Cool.
wonder why they went with a rosewood board. Or was that ebony?
It's ebony, and I think it has stainless frets in it too.
Yeah, the Bumblebee is chrome.
Ebony and ivory, right?
Right there.
Ebony and Ivooroid.
Ebony and ivory. You get in perfect harmony.
Harmonoid.
Huh?
Oh, so let's see that body. Let's talk about Chris's body.
It's down in the
Yeah,
garage.
What?
Chris, I want to talk about your body for a second. Your guitar body.
I'm out of
Dave.
here.
I'm getting jealous, Dave.
Well, he's a little thinner than you are. I go for the thin men.
Oh, okay, all right.
Getting younger.
Hello.
Come on.
Relax. All in good
Relax.
fun. Lighten up, Francis.
Lighten up, Francis.
Anyway,
You guys are all crazy.
yeah, absolutely. That's why we hang out with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Huh? Do you guys want to field some questions? Devin, do you want to answer some questions?
If I know the answer, sure.
Greg Grimm. You guys know Greg Grimm?
Nope.
He says, "Hey guys, wondering if any of you own a Wolfgang hardtail. What are your thoughts about them?" He says he just got a standard, but thinking about picking up a standard HT hardtail. They seem like a great value.
Well, why don't you field that question there, Johnny?
Oh, because I have one?
Yeah.
Mr. Beane.
What was the question? I forgot already. Oh,
What do you feel? How do you feel about the hardtails?
I think they're great. I think they're great. I have one.
I figured you would.
I have one. We actually did a video where we talked about this at one point, Dave.
Yes, we did.
Where we talked about the hardtail guitars, and a lot of people don't understand them. You know, especially that Bumblebee special where it's piped up, but it's a hardtail. There's a lot of people that are just like, ugh, you know. Needs to be a Floyd on there, you know. Myself, I actually play hardtail guitars more than I play Floyd guitars. You know. So.
Oh, you're talking about live gigs, right? Because.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it depends on the band. Depends on the band I'm playing with. Depends on the situation, the type of music. Generally, with my own music, you know, my main guitar for many years now has been a Telecaster. So.
Right.
Which is hardtail.
Mm-hmm.
But when I do play a guitar with a tremolo or a Floyd, if I'm not going crazy doing all the, you know, all this crazy stuff, I use the whammy bar very sparingly, very just for light vibrato here and there or whatever, you know. Like I said, depends on the group, depends on what I'm doing. You know, if I'm doing the Van Halen kind of thing, then yeah, I'm doing all the crazy noises, acrobatics, the horse sounds, the gorilla sounds, whatever, you know.
I don't know if I've heard the gorilla.
It's called going ape.
Rob knows all about the gorilla sounds.
Oh yeah, they certainly do.
So yeah, so there we go. Okay, let me see what else, because yeah, we have like I think there's like 1 million.
How many people we have watching us right now?
30.
Wow, that's amazing.
Cool.
Thanks to every one of you that are watching.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you have any questions, just leave them in the video comments or wherever you're watching this video.
Type them in.
You can message me on Facebook, like Eric Broadbent did, Davin did, Jim, is it Nicholson? Nichols?
Jim
Nicholas.
5 Senses?
It's Nicholas. It's Jim Nicholas. Brosh, 5150. I saw him, meaning Edward Van Halen, play the 5150, meaning Kramer, in Louisville, or is it Louisville? It's Louisville.
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 It's Louisville. Remember the interview where he says they get
That's
mad
right,
if you call
Louisville.
it Louisville?
They get pissed if you call it Louisville.
Yeah, yeah. He saw him play that
Louisville.
guitar on the 2004 tour. I believe it was the last show he used it. The next night, he began playing the art series. That's very cool, man.
That is cool.
Brosh 5150. That's really cool, dude. I never got to see the 5150 guitar on that tour. The only time I ever saw that guitar was on the 0812 tour. The first show I ever saw, that was the only time I ever saw that guitar.
Boy,
And,
that was something else. That guitar was just dangerous.
Yep.
yeah.
Dangerous. So I've seen it a lot of times.
Bruce Wayne says, Rob, do you still have the guitar with the natural finish that has the Kramer Beretta neck?
I'm trying to think which one he's talking about. The natural finish with the Kramer Beretta neck?
Yeah, the wood body finish.
Oh, yes, I do. Yeah. Yep.
The L Natural.
Yep. And that guitar is a Kramer Beretta neck, pointy head. Actually, it's a banana headstock with a tilt back.
85. It's an 85.
Right. Yep. And the body is it's a custom-made Kramer deluxe style body.
BRB.
Yep. Exactly. Matter of fact, I think my buddy Jerry Leica sent me that body. Black pickguard. Yeah, that's a great guitar. It's a lot of fun.
Cool.
Yep.
Any more questions?
It's really died down since
Johnny's son?
Beane's son.
Johnny's son.
Johnny's son.
Daniel's son.
Oh, hi, Brandy. Devin, I like your Frankenstrat with the jump neck on it.
Rob the robot.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
What kind of neck is that? Is that a Music Craft?
Yep. Yeah.
So cool. You have the same one, right? Rob?
Yes. Yep, I got the same one. It's not mounted on my guitar anymore, but
Hey, Dave.
Yeah, it's in the mail, right? Yes.
Dave, I got the same one too.
Yeah. You got the same one what?
Look.
Oh, yeah, it's very funny. I don't use it. You know what I use that for? To hold my iPad up.
Mm-hmm. But it's not charged?
No. I don't use it. It's garbage.
I think it's cool, man.
Well, you want mine? You can have a second one.
Cool. Brent Xerox says, okay, you guys are nuts.
Yeah.
You guys are crazy. And Silly Dude 24 says, Commando hooks? I guess you had to be there.
Yeah.
Ron, is it Paget?
Yeah. Paget.
Paget. That's like spaghetti. Do you guys know spaghetti? Where he goes, spaghetti. You guys know Tim and Eric?
I do.
Spaghetti?
I know all about it.
Spaghetti.
Yeah.
He says, I have a huge jar of change. I should check all the quarters. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Brosh50, what's up, guys? Quick question. Rob, do you use eye bolts on your shark?
Yes, I do. Yep. I don't use washers, just the eye bolts.
Do you weld them?
Yeah, they're all welded. Yeah.
Very well.
What did you use for a bass guitar for that?
I'm sorry, what was that, Devin?
Did you use a guitar, or did you buy a body custom to do that? Or I know a lot of people like to start with an Epiphone.
Yeah, on my shark, I'll show it to you. I think I've talked about it on a Hangout before, but it might be an older one. This particular guitar is not an Epiphone. It's a custom-made neck-through guitar. This was a Kyle Finch dive bomb project. You'll notice. Oh, actually, is there a washer on there? Actually, it's a neck-through body. It's all one piece. I've done many Epiphone guitars for this project, but this particular one is not an Epiphone. It's a custom project body neck. And the route, you'll notice the route is correct. It's not the Epiphone wide route where people either have to leave it that way or they fix it, fill it in a little bit, and recut it.
Yeah.
So
I
this
want
one
you to make me one of those.
destroyer. This one's the exact shape of a real Ibanez destroyer.
Will you
It
make
plays-
me one of those?
You don't even like this guitar.
I'm
I gotta
surprised.
have one now.
I'm surprised you don't have one, Dave.
Dave's not a fan
I
of
know.
destroyer.
No, I'm not. I'm not a fan of those guitars at all. But it's like the silver 5150 numbers that I don't have on my green Peavey. That every day I get closer and closer to saying, should I put them on?
Well, I'll set for you when you're ready.
You
Do it.
will.
Well,
Okay.
if you're coming over, you should bring them with you.
I don't think I want to come over now because you like Chris too much, so I don't want to talk to you.
You know what?
I don't really want to see you anymore because you're too hung up on Chris now, so I'm kind of jealous. So.
I'll send you the stickers, Dave.
You got them?
No.
No, I got the numbers for you, buddy. And when I come over, I'm going to get them to you.
Okay. Oh, I'm sure you're going to give them to me.
Super Junior 1030 says he got washers from Rob on Monday.
Oh, that must be David Allen Wright.
Just got to get the ivory guitar next. Lol. He also says he has the okay, it's opening. Super Junior 1030. I have the Japanese magazines with the stealth guitar. When I get back to Nashville, I will post it on the Google Drive. Super Junior. So this is David Allen.
Yeah, it's David Allen Wright.
Okay. Hey, David. Yo.
Cool.
Yeah, David Allen, man. That guy.
It's the next.
Guy has
David,
everything.
you have no necks. You have no guitar necks, dude. You got to buy some necks.
He's got guitar necks like everywhere. Like all his tables in his house, all his chairs, it's all neck.
Guitar necks.
It's all guitar necks holding up everything.
They're all like Kramer 5150 necks and Music Mans. And
Yeah.
Oh, here he is again. Here he is, Super Junior. I got to play one of the EL34s to try it before I got to play one. Oh, he has to buy one. Wait, what?
No, he was able to play one. No, that can't be it. He's
got
to buy one.
I
Hey,
got-
Who am I?
David Allen Nesdall.
There you go.
David Allen.
David Allen. What he's saying here? I got to play. I think I means I have to play. I have to like try one to try it before I buy one. I did hear Howard, which is somebody that he knows who knows all about this stuff, told me it still uses the how do you pronounce the speaker with the C? So
Celestian?
Celestian G12. What was that?
I think it's a
EVH
G12M.
speakers. What was that sound? What's going on? Bill says, did you buy the old Kramer that you were playing, Johnny? The what do you call that?
Voyager?
The Voyager.
The Voyager. Thanks, Devin. No, I didn't. I did. It'd be great. I mean, it'd be cool. It's just it's something that I wouldn't. It wouldn't be. I wouldn't have any use for it.
Johnny, can you say what they were charging for that guitar by any chance?
$500.
Wow. It's not bad.
Is that what
I know.
Ed used for the Star guitar?
What?
Is that the same guitar Ed used for the Star?
No.
It's similar, but the jack plate is the input jack is on the
Wasn't
top
the-
of the body, and on the Star guitar it's on the side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Star was from like 1979, 80, and that was before.
Well, I didn't know if Kramer had made them earlier. I wasn't sure. Because I know a lot of people debate on what Ed's actually was.
Yeah, the Kramer, the Voyagers, they have the input jack is on the top of the body, whereas on the Stars, like, it's on the side.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a Charvel Star, the one that Eddie has, right? The original.
Yeah.
It's a Charvel, isn't it? Greg Grimm, 7 minutes ago, says, thanks for the fixed bridge answers. Wondering why Eddie moved away from Charvel. I think Nesdal can tell us that, but he's gone.
Well, actually,
Which time?
originally back in the 70s or the 80s.
Well, I would say more recently, from the art series to what they are now, it's the same. It's all the same company.
Yeah.
Fender owns Charvel, so it's all the same deal. It's just the striped guitars that he's playing now is his own brand called the EVH Gear. So otherwise, it's the same. It's really the same thing. But as far as originally, maybe he means originally, why did he move away from using the Charvel stuff?
What I heard was Charvel was making replica guitars against Eddie's will, kind of underhanded. Wayne Charvel was making striped guitars, and Eddie got
Those
wind.
Bumblebee ones.
Yeah, the Bumblebee ones. That's the story that I was told. And he just got fed up with them, and he just kind of went off and did his own thing for a while. Is that kind of what you guys were under the impression of too, or?
Yeah. I think Joe Bonamassa has one of those.
Oh, really?
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, he got one. He was playing one. He was like posting videos of himself playing them.
Who's that?
Bonamassa? Playing the
Yes.
Bumblebee?
Yep. He's got it.
Luke J says, a little late to the party here. The new EVH striped Wolfgang is different than the limited model from 2014-2015 by just the neck being rosewood. Is that the case? Question mark.
And the
Also the chrome hardware instead of the black.
and the pickups
Pickups are different.
Yep.
and the headstock.
What
Yeah.
were the pickups last time? Were they zebra?
On the old one, yeah.
Yeah.
That limited one, yeah.
Are those potato chips?
Nope. You can hear me munching on my dinner?
Your snowman noses. The Vigilant says, "Hey guys, just got my Wolfgang Standard recently. Would it be reasonable to use the coin method for the
No,
or to prevent the fluid from being pulled up?"
don't.
You can't pull up on it anyway. What's the difference?
It's gonna ruin the front.
Mhm.
Are those Cheetos?
No.
Okay, and then
These are what they are. These are what they are.
Nice. I have some of those upstairs.
But I didn't want you guys to see that I was eating my wrap for dinner.
I'm good with that. Silly Dude 24 says they swing free. He was talking about the commando thing we were talking about earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Brent Z Rock says, "What year was that? What year was what?" Huh? Okay, well, I got that. Oh, here's one. Jim, is it Nicholson? Jim Nichols. Nicholas. Jim Nicholas. Hey, Dave.
Hi, Jim.
He says, hey, Mr. Crunch and Munch. How does the Music Zoo get all those signed EVH Charvels?
They have a very good customer that purchased all of them originally, and now he's trying to sell some of them.
Cool. And then he says, by the way, Rob, I checked for 1971 quarters everywhere. My wife thinks I'm losing it. Oh, well, rock on.
Cool. Well, I got some for you if you need some.
You got change for $1? Do you guys all check your quarters? Do you guys, every time you go through your quarters, are you looking for that?
I have my whole family looking.
Can you go to a bank? Can you actually go to a bank and just ask them for all their 71 quarters?
I don't know.
I doubt it.
Well, I've got a dime right here.
What if you have a 71? Well, two 71 dimes and a 71 nickel. Is that all right?
If you're in a pinch, I guess.
Man. So, hey, cool. We got 33 people watching this. Thanks for watching this, everybody. If you guys have any questions, comments, leave them in the comments. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, 71.
Nice.
Oh, man. This is cool. What was that?
What was what?
I don't know. So this whole thing, so we were going to talk about those new EVH guitars and that amp then. Is there anything else to add to that? What do you guys, I mean, we can talk about it now, because, yeah, we heard about it. We hear about all this stuff way before the fact, and you know, I don't want to go spreading rumors or leaking anything or whatever, so we stayed away from it. But now that the stuff is actually on the website officially, you know, we can talk about it.
I agree.
You know?
What else do you have to add? What else do you have to add, Donnie?
Me? Well, I don't know. I think it was before we were actually on the call, before we went live, where Chris actually mentioned the El Natural guitar about the back of it. Did you mention that on this yet?
No. Yeah, that new natural one, the back is, I don't think it's black. It says like tobacco burst. It's the back and sides are stained. The basswood part, which makes it different than the current natural special.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's already one out.
Mm-hmm. And is the current one all the same color all the way around, or is it black on the back?
No, yeah, the one now I think is, I don't even know. Is it natural?
It looks like mine. It's
Yeah.
It's maple on the top, and then basswood. The color of the basswood, it's natural basswood on the back and sides.
Yeah, this new one's dark on the back.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of cool. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, are you guys getting tagged all of a sudden?
No.
Are you guys all getting that from Susan?
Hey guys,
Yeah.
Who said that? I
I
can't
have
see
to,
anybody.
I seriously have to run. I have a friend who's in trouble. I have to go.
Uh-oh.
I'll talk to
Okay.
you. Okay, have a good night. Bye.
All right.
All right.
Take
See you
it
later.
easy.
Oh man.
It's me. I'm in
Well,
trouble.
Ugh. Well, I hope, whatever the situation is, I hope it's.
Yeah.
I hope they're.
Yeah, I hope it's resolved.
Cool.
Hey, I got a question for you guys. Devin, you might know. I just bought this. It came today. I bought it for my Neptune. It's the Floyd Rose Special. On yours, did you buy the brass fine tuners, or did you sand these down?
No, I just bought replacement ones.
Oh, how do you spin these ones out of here?
I just used a set of pliers.
Okay.
I think the very end of the screw has
A little notch in it or something?
something to make it prevent it from coming out.
And
Now,
it hurt
before you do that, Chris, I would advise not to, because once you put the new ones in, they will fall out. You have to be very careful, because once that notch is gone, it's gone. You can't get that back. And if you pull it out too far, you may not realize that it's gone.
Yeah.
Then it'll look like the real Neptune.
What's that?
I said then it'll look like the real Neptune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
they're
will.
all missing.
That's right. But what I would do is I would sand those down, Chris, just to be on the safe side. They will be a gold color. I don't think they're brass. But they will have that gold tint to it. So I would sand them down.
Okay, I didn't know if they were like silverish or goldish. So I was gonna try any anyway. But cool. Yeah, I'm putting this on the Neptune, so.
You know what? Even if it's silver, you ain't gonna see it doing 90.
Yeah.
From 10 feet away, it's gonna look right anyway.
Yeah. Still be better than black, so.
Yeah.
Cool deal.
Yeah, I dig the Neptune, man. I think it's a really, really cool looking guitar.
Yeah, a lot of people love that guitar.
Yeah, I love it.
A lot of people.
That's my second favorite Kramer. And
Really?
yeah, it's just something about it, man. It's like the paint splatters and stuff, like the graffiti look to it or something, and the pointy little stripes on the headstock. I just think it's really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chris Locke is he's working on it right now.
Very cool.
Can't wait.
Very cool.
Let me see if I have some photos. Did you ever see my photos of that thing?
Yeah, I took about 20 screenshots from your video, Johnny, for reference.
Yeah. Well, I took actual photos too. I
Yeah.
took a bunch of pictures. Although this was this a year ago?
2
or
years ago.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Really? Already?
Yeah,
This video started about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Well, we got 30 people sitting here.
But yeah, you had some really nice
Come on,
angles on that YouTube video of it. Like of the upper horn, like the side of the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I didn't realize how close. I think that skinny little stripe is really close to the front of the guitar. You know, the one that goes around the
Yeah.
guitar. Yeah, when it gets to the top horn, it's really close to the front of the guitar. I didn't see that till I saw Johnny's picture.
Is mine like that? I can't even remember. It's behind me and I can't remember.
Yeah, Devin just sent me a bunch of pictures of it. Yeah,
Stuff
I
like
don't know if
that.
you could see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
Hang on,
close
now I
to the
gotta
front.
go get mine. Damn it.
Yeah. There's actually a funny story to go along with that photo. Remember that, Devin?
No?
The photo you sent him. Wasn't that the one? Is that the photo? Is that a photo from the Is it on a bench or is it on a bed?
It's the set of photos from some guy who got to borrow it from the winner.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, the guy who actually won the guitar. I'm not gonna say who it is. Dave knows who it is.
Yes.
Maybe I shouldn't have even said that. He
Well,
was
that's
a
okay.
kid.
No, I'm not gonna tell anyone.
He was a dude. Well, we're on a live video. Everybody's gonna see this.
What?
The guy who once he
I'm
got
not
the
gonna-
guitar, he used to lend it out to his friends. And a friend of his that actually borrowed it and was playing at his house took some photos of it, like on his bed and stuff, when they were kids. These were guys when they were kids or whatever. So that's how that photo got out, the back of it.
Wow.
Yeah,
But,
like
yeah,
I
anyway.
said, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say who it is.
Okay. Well, anyway, there's one of the photos I took, like an actual picture, like close up.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Yeah, I've got a bunch of cool.
Hey, Dave, what did you do
Yes.
for the eye bolt on the horn? Because I'm guessing you didn't do a regular button, so you can use your clasp strap. Oh, you
I
just
put
did
it-
eye bolt.
Yeah, the eye bolt is there, and it's
Cool.
it's kind of pointed downward.
Cool. Yeah,
'Cause
I was
that's where it
thinking
would be. That's how it would be.
I was thinking of doing that or putting a actual strap button there and putting a eye bolt in the back, like the 5150. I
Right.
don't know what I'm gonna
Yep.
do yet.
Mm-hmm. Here's the one
So-
that's actually on it. There's the one that's on the real thing. Looks like that.
Nice.
Yeah, that's an original Kramer bolt.
Cool.
Yeah, I think the stripe on mine is in the same spot. Yes. Can you see that, Chris?
Can you flip it? Like,
He's talking about the back. There's a stripe on the back of it.
Hi, Howie.
yeah, I'm talking
How
about,
about
the skinny one on the side.
This one.
No, the one on the very top.
This one.
Yeah,
This one.
yeah. His is
How it's
yeah, his
it's
is-
close. Yeah, it's close to the front.
Yeah, well, once it goes up more, yeah.
Yeah.
Like yours is kind of like centered. Like once it gets up.
Oh, so on the original one, it's still close to the front.
Yeah, it's almost like it's going in a straight line from the belly contour. It's like it's still
Right.
that distance from the front. It looks like.
I'm gonna have to sell this one and make another one then.
I don't know if you can see
Oh,
that.
man.
It's too bright.
Hang on, let me see.
It's kind of glaring.
It is glaring. It just looks like a bunch of white to me. Why don't you send it to me? Send me the photo. Or you can text me the photo.
All right. I'll send you the picture I snapped from Johnny's video too.
Yeah. But yeah, Dave, if you want to give that guitar away, man, I really like that guitar. Just saying.
Haven't I already given you one? Didn't I already do you?
That's fine.
I'm on to other people now, man.
Rob just sent us a message. Don't read it.
No, I'm not going to read it, but I read it.
Okay. Yeah, I've got those same photos too. It's just I've got so many photos on my phone. It's insane. Although it's kind of rude to be looking at pictures on your phone and people are watching you on a video. You know?
Really? Really? Where the hell did you send this thing? There it is.
But at least, you know, if we find the photos, we can show them on the video. So I guess that's the good part.
Are we still talking about those old photos?
I don't know what we're talking about.
We still talking about those welded eye bolts?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right. You're right. Jeez. Yeah, the welded eye bolts. No, we're not doing welded eye bolts. No one is. Not allowing it.
Forget about it.
It's talking about those bedroom pictures of the Neptune.
I don't think I'd be letting my friends just borrow that guitar.
Yeah, well, you know, I know the guy, and he's a sweetheart of a guy, and would give the shirt off his back to anyone. So I can understand why he did it. Actually, I know, you know, I don't know why he did it, but I can understand that he did it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this is really the gold jack plate it's like rusting big time lately. Look at how that's rusted in there.
It still doesn't.
It wasn't always like that.
Still doesn't look as bad as the real one.
Yeah, you're right. I never noticed that. Well, actually, it wasn't this rusty. It's pretty amazing how that just goes.
Hey, Dave, your pick guard on that doesn't have the 5-way switch slot, does it?
No.
Where'd you find that? And it's a single ply, all black?
Yes.
Yeah, I found one on eBay, but it has the little slit in it for the switch.
Yeah.
I was thinking about just getting that and sticking a piece of black electrical tape under it to hide it, kind of.
You can do that.
Yeah, I can't find one without that.
I believe that this was homemade.
Oh, okay.
I didn't do it.
I don't feel like doing that, so.
Devin, thank you for that photo. I have to.
Is that the real one?
Huh?
Is that the real one?
That is the real one, yeah.
Yeah, I have a few photos of it on a workbench or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut a hole into the back of the plate. You see how mine You can't see the pickup. You can't see the pickup in mine, but you can definitely see the underneath of the pickup on Eddie's.
There's a hole there?
Yeah. Hang on. You see it? Check that out. Can you see it?
Oh, yeah. I guess I wasn't paying attention. I thought it was like a trim stop or something.
No.
Oh, wow.
No, that's the Rude guitar it has the same hole in the trem cavity like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that picture.
My Rude guitar also has that, but I wasn't paying so close attention to this. I have to do it.
Yeah, I didn't ever notice that before.
Neither have I. Now I definitely
no.
have to sell this guitar.
I mean,
Who wants it?
I mean the one on the road.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the picture of the body just sitting on a guitar stand.
Yeah.
You can see the stand showing through. Yeah.
That's.
Yeah, I bought this for my Neptune off eBay. That's an old Kramer narrow plate. It's all really corroded and beat up. But it has
Nice.
a Kramer made in USA on it. I'm gonna drill the 5th and 6th holes in it. It'd be a nice touch. I like
Very
how
cool.
beat up it is.
Nice. You know, on mine, it looks like a 4-bolt, but the 2 screws are underneath the neck plate.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I just did that to my 5150. Still waiting on the neck plate. I put the 2 holes there. That's what's holding it on for now.
They're exactly that. Those are on every one of my guitars because Eddie has done that to all of his guitars. They're all every guitar, even if it looks like it has 4 bolts, there are 2 extra bolts underneath every guitar.
Yeah, Chris, your Frankie body's like that too.
Yes.
Sweet.
Cool. Hey, how hard was it for you to drill the holes in that Devin with that Northern Ash? That had to be tough, huh?
I didn't do it. Chris did it all.
Oh, Chris did it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I have that in mind, but I haven't actually used them. I don't really feel too up to drilling into my neck.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to. You know what you can do is well, actually, it wouldn't matter because it's a 4-bolt neck. I was going to say to cut the screws down so that they're only going into the body, and they appear to be going into the neck, but they're not. So, Chris, you could do that as well, so you don't have 2 extra holes in your neck, where you can cut.
What,
You can just
with
cut the screws really short. Yeah. No, not in that. In the Neptune.
Oh yeah.
In the Neptune, when you put the 2 holes in the neck plate, you can cut the screws short so that they don't go through the body into the neck. You can just screw them into the body so that you don't have 2 extra holes in your neck.
Yeah. I already bought 6 screws, so I don't know.
Okay.
I might just screw them all in.
Okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
I've never seen you do any of those Van Halen jumps where the neck is gonna, move.
Yeah.
Me, on the other hand, I do that jump all the time.
Yeah. So you need the screws.
I need the screws because they're loose. Those screws are loose.
Where did Johnny go?
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
Johnny, isn't it like time for you to do stuff?
Yeah, we should probably call this. Yeah, I've got a million things I'm trying to do here. Cool. Well, hey, thank you everybody for watching this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Devin. Thanks for jumping on here, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and I don't know how much you talked about. I'm blurry, but who cares? I don't know how much you talked about that guitar, Devin, but we actually did a hangout with you where we actually talked about that guitar.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll put a link to that in the description of this video where you can go watch Devin talking about his homemade Frankenstein.
Yeah, it's all improved now. Totally different.
Is it? What'd you do to it?
It has
Let's
the
talk about it real quick.
I added the third quarter screw, and it has a brass nut in the input jack. You know,
Ah.
the small details.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
I don't have a brass block yet. I don't know why.
Get on.
No
it.
brass block?
No, not yet.
Mm-hmm.
Do it during a string change.
Yeah.
Yeah. That reminds me.
Yeah, you need to go buy some strings there, Johnny.
Yes, I'm totally out of strings. I don't know if you can see, but the yellow guitar behind me, the Music Man, has a busted string on it. I've been writing and recording a bunch of stuff, and every time I bust a string, I have to go and grab a different guitar because I'm totally out of strings. But real quick, yeah. So I went to Guitar Center yesterday, and I filmed that video of me playing that Voyager, right? And I totally forgot to buy strings. I walked out, I left, and as I was getting to my car, I noticed a small dog in a car next to me barking at me, right? And it's in the car. It's a tiny little scruffy dog, this big, in this car, windows all the way up, right? And it's 91 degrees, right?
Wow.
So what I did was I figured out that's one of the problems when you live in California. You can be in a there's so many different towns and cities. Unless you know exactly where you are, it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Like this particular Guitar Center I was at could have been in one or two cities, right? Just because of the line of
Yeah.
the. So anyway, so I called the police. I told them, there's a dog in a car, windows all the way up, and so they were sending somebody out. And then I called in to the Guitar Center where I just was and said, well, hey, there's a dog out here in a car, windows are all the way up here, it's 91 degrees. I just called the police, they're coming out, and so the Guitar Center guy, the guy that answered the call, he's like, yeah, So I'm like, can you, make an announcement over the speaker, So what I did was after I did that, I moved my car down a ways because it would have been totally obvious if some big guy would have came out like, "Ooh, you're the one," So I moved my car a little ways, and then right away I saw some kid come strolling out, to the car, and then right behind him it looked like all the employees of Guitar Center. They all followed him out, So hopefully hopefully he learned a very important lesson by that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very dangerous leaving pets, animals, people,
And
grandma,
guitars.
Yeah, especially guitars, man. And I mean everybody knows this, but there's actually been a really big debate these days about smashing car windows.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about it for a second, but the place where I was, I knew that whoever's car that was, they had to be in there. I knew where they were. The store it's a really small, tiny Guitar Center. So I could have just walked in there and just yelled, "Hey, whose car is this?" and they would have heard me. It was like no big deal. So I wasn't too worried about having to break the window. And the dog, it didn't look like it was suffering at all, but I knew it had to have been there for a little while because that car wasn't there when I had parked there, and I was in there for like probably 45 minutes maybe. But anyway, the dog didn't look like it was suffering at all, but still, on my dashboard, when I turned my car on, it said 91 degrees. And that's not cool. And anybody, I don't know if anybody knows this, but as far as, Howie, no matter if it's 60 degrees, 90 degrees, no matter what it is, I'm always very, very careful when I have him in the car anywhere I go. You have to. Even if it's nighttime and it's like 40 degrees out, I never want to leave him in the car at all. Just ever.
Yeah, you just don't do it. You just don't do that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. They don't have thumbs. They can't open a door.
Well, they kind of do have thumbs, actually. I think it's like down here.
Yeah.
It's called a dew claw.
Yeah, it's a dew claw. But it's different.
Yeah. So anyway, that was my adventure yesterday. So I posted it on Facebook. Of course.
Mm-hmm. I seen it.
What else do we live for? Everything you do. I just had some baked potato chips on Dave, where's your update? Come on, man.
My update? My pretzel chips?
Yeah. So I put it on Facebook. What did I say? I went to Guitar Center to buy strings, but instead I rescued a dog from a hot car, is what I said. And yeah, everybody, all of a sudden, everybody digs it. It's like, where is it? People understand, 178 likes. Yeah, people. Yeah, you just have to understand. You have to be very careful, especially these days. It's been very hot, especially here in California. I know where you guys are. It's hella hot all the time,
Well,
out here,
it's not. It hasn't been that bad. It really hasn't been that bad here on the East Coast yet this summer. We had 1 or 2 days in the 90s, but not bad.
Mm-hmm. But also you're used to it. You can get used to it.
Yeah.
You guys have actual seasons.
Mm-hmm.
In California, parts of California, there really aren't any seasons. It's the same all year round. And then people freak out. You know how you hear about people in LA can't drive when it rains?
Yeah.
Or they'll cancel, events. Like, oh, it's sprinkling. Oh, we have to cancel whatever's happening, Out here, people are kind of weird. A little strange. But
Yeah.
anyway, so there you go. Be careful with your leaving your animals in the car. So okay, cool. I think we'll say see ya. Thanks for watching this, everybody. I think we've been on for what, 2.5 hours.
Mm-hmm. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been.
I keep saying, man, let's just do half an hour. Let's do an hour tops. But people dig this stuff. The proof is right here. I'm looking at the numbers right here. It just went up. Someone else has jumped in just now. Yeah, people love watching, this kind of stuff, and I get comments all the time on these videos, and not just on these videos, like in person. People tell me stuff, messages, whatever. Saying people tell me they love watching these things, watching these guys talk about this stuff.
I get them all the time too.
And I'm like, well, yeah. It's like on Facebook.
Yep. I get them also.
Yeah, but it's like on Facebook or whatever. You see you see people talking about the same thing day in, day out. Oh no, it's not that color red. It's this color red.
Mm-hmm.
Devin knows what I'm talking about. Oh no, it's not that pickup. It's this. It's every day. It's the same thing.
Yep.
And it's like, well, hey, instead of talking about it on Facebook in threads, make a video about it. Talk about it on video, where you can see there's actual people talking about this stuff.
Yeah.
And it keeps it cool too. It's not like, we're on here, swearing at each other, saying, "No, you're wrong. You shut up." It's all fun.
Yeah.
You shut up! I'm telling Mom.
Don't tell Mom. Oh, Luke J says, thanks, guys. Luke J says, and that's the other thing, too. People watch this stuff, they leave comments. Luke J says, thoughts on the new EL34 head for VH Brown tones. It's like Nesdal said in the very, very top of this video. It's like what am I trying to say? It's close. It's like a Marshall, but it's like the EVH version of a Marshall.
Yeah, it's still gonna have high gain. It's still gonna be Eddie's tone of late, but it's gonna be just a little more squishy sounding, a little more compressed because they're EL34s. It'll sound a little more British sounding, but not really.
You need to have Ed do another video for this one.
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, hey, it might even have a button on it. You know how the flanger has the Unchained button, or the phaser has a script button. It might have a button that goes, to the Marshall no gain sound. I mean, really, to the 5150 high gain. It might be a very, very, what do you call it? It might have some killer dynamics. This thing.
Well, the best way to describe the Marshall, that early Marshall sound, the latest version of that early Marshall sound is Sammy Hagar and Eddie Van Halen at Farm Aid when they did Led Zeppelin's Rock and Roll. Eddie is using his old Plexi head and two of the 412 cabinets that he had on the 1984 World Tour, and it's just guitar straight into that with no effects on it, and everything dimed, and that's the sound. That's the sound that everyone is going goo goo gaga over, and hopefully there's a button on the new amp that does that sound.
Yeah.
So get on your YouTube and listen to that version of Rock and Roll at Farm Aid in 1985.
Didn't he use his Plexi on the late night stuff, 85?
Yep, he certainly did. Same sound.
Yep.
That version of Panama on Letterman? Yeah.
Yep. And
Greg,
he also used it. He also used it. He was on Letterman twice. He did Panama in New York City, and then he was in L.A. when David Letterman was doing the show from L.A. for a week. He was on the show
with Carson.
And
Carson was on that one.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, they were playing a little bit of Pretty Woman on one of them.
Yep.
Played a bunch of stuff, yeah. Very cool.
So, okay, real quick, some comments. Greg Grimm says, might be dating myself, but I was at the 78 Long Beach show and the infamous Parachute show at Angel Stadium. Very cool shows. The parts I remember.
Oh.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about the internet, man, is you get to talk to and meet all these people that were at all these, events or concerts or shows or whatever. Okay, real quick. Bruce Wayne, what are your... I'll ask each of you guys this. What's your favorite EVH Music Man color?
I don't know the name of the color, but it's that blue one. Looks like crystal clear water.
Aqua. It's aqua blue.
That's where it's at.
Yeah. Yeah, that one you sent me, Devin.
Yeah.
Thing was beautiful. It looked like.
Well, my favorite color is the green. My favorite color is the green one.
Yeah. I like the amber one.
Well, I mean, we all get the amber one because that's the one Eddie used, but
Yeah.
you know, the green one is the coolest color, I think.
Yeah. No, I dig the amber one the most.
Was there a black one?
Two of them. There were only two. Solid black.
Oh.
Solid black. There were only two. Eddie owned one, and there was one that was for sale. It was, and now it's like $1 bazillion because there's only two of them made.
Wow. He had a natural black one, didn't he? Like a black quilt.
Yeah, well, that was there. Those are pretty easy to look for. There was a lot of those, but solid black.
Yeah.
There were only two of them made, and one of them was a very early prototype, like the second or third guitar ever made. There's a video that Johnny sent. Johnny has a video of him in the shop, and I think they're polishing one of those black ones. They're polishing or something.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Oh,
a black one.
That
Yeah,
Green Evolve video where they're
The Entertainment
Yes.
Tonight.
about his
Yeah.
son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's buffering. He's buffering a black.
Or buffing it. Yeah.
Buffering.
Buffering.
Come on, it's the internet. He's buffering.
That was the video. Yeah.
Oh. All right. Luke J says he's watching the live aid video now. All right. I got to run. Great to talk to you guys. Thanks for watching.
Mhm.
Thank you, Devin, Nesdal, Chris
Hey.
Hubbard. Like, share,
Thank you,
subscribe if you're
Johnny.
watching this stuff. Thank you.
Our one and only host.
Yes. And, yes. So anyway, we'll see you guys, maybe, what's today, Wednesday? Friday.
Yeah.
Friday.
Maybe we'll do one Friday. Talk about
Yeah.
more stuff. All right.
Yeah, if you're doing
Don?
another one that I might have something to talk about, I would join.
Heck yeah.
Well, you're more than welcome to. You're invited.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, Johnny Beane, JohnnyBeane.com. Keep rocking, everybody. See you later.
Yeah.
See ya.